Hi, Diana. Welcome to the May Mentor Zoom. Um, I have placed the attendance link into the chat for you to log your attendance. And if you have to boogie on to do something else this afternoon, because I know everyone's super busy and may know this is going to be a very short Mentor Zoom. Hi, Tina. I'm dropping the attendance link into the chat. So let's go ahead and get going. As you all probably already know, there's only one more full week of school left, and that would be the week of May 11th. And that's always a good week just to kind of wrap up the year. Um, there are some things to put on your mentees' radar, but basically it's just an opportunity to wrap up the school year and then celebrate your mentees' success. So before we go into a little bit more of that, I'm going to drop the link. If you could just log your April classroom visit into the survey. I just put the link into the chat right now. So if you click into that link and just log your April visit. Okay, so while you're doing it, finishing up logging your April classroom visit, the last week of May is all about celebrating the successes of your mentee. Um, as you've probably experienced, our new to profession teachers don't always give themselves the props that they need to. That's why having a mentor is so great because you can call out all the fabulous things that they're doing while they're focusing in on things that they might want to improve. So having a pre-thought out list might be helpful when you go into your May 11th meeting because again, it's just an opportunity to celebrate success. There will be an end of the year survey, but I've been super busy, so I haven't really had a chance to get it pushed out. There will be an end of the year survey for mentees. There'll be an end of the year survey for mentors, and that'll go out on Monday. Also, it's a good idea to put on your radar, put on the radar of your mentee the leave cash-in form and let them know that they're eligible to cash in 32 hours of their personal leave if they choose to. So, and I have that form linked in the checklist, in the May checklist. So those are the three things to do on that last week of May, May 11th. Okay, so you've been a mentor for a year, and for the most part, I've been hearing good things that you've enjoyed the role and you're seeing success as a mentor. So call out a couple of things that you feel successful about as a mentor and just drop it into the chat. Just for fun, let's do that. Tina says listening. Rob Ann says hearing the mentee say, I get it. Yeah, and supporting behaviors, building new relationships. Those are always really great things about being a mentor in your building. And Kelly says success with paperwork. That's something that the district's really been working on. So that's fabulous, Kelly, that you were able to support your mentee in that paperwork piece. And Diana says reflecting. Yes, absolutely. Because as the mentor, you get to model that reflection and because that's at the end of the day, that's what we want. We want reflective practitioners that go on, that fly on their own without you being reflective of their own practice. So that's great. And Sarah says being a sounding board for their mentees. That's always a great opportunity for any new to profession teacher. Okay, so I also wanted to point out to you that your mentoring work should be reflected on your resume. I mean, I hope no one's out looking for a new job. However, it's a good, you want to reflect that mentoring work on your resume, as well as at the beginning of the year when you list the artifacts in your self-reflection in September. Know that your mentoring work fits into 4A, participating in the professional community. It fits into 4B, maintaining accurate records because you're doing your 4 squares, and 4D, growing and developing professionally. So just be sure to reflect that on your self-reflection that you're going to do in September. And I'll also be sending a certificate for your work, and I'll list, and I have an insert with this same information for you to document. Okay, the last 2 things, your May 4 squares, they are loaded up in your drives. And let me drop the May checklist into the chat. And I want to point out that in the May checklist, let me show that to you. That leave cash-in form is linked on the sign-in. I'm sorry, the checklist. So if your mentee doesn't know where to locate the certified leave cash-in request, it's there on the May checklist, as well as remind your mentee that they want to update their address in the web pay if they anticipate moving over the summer. So, and just a quick reminder too that next year, I'm really hoping that each of you will be willing to move into that second year. The second year looks a little different, but I train you all the way. It's, just as when you're working with your new to profession teacher in their first year, they need a lot of support because they're doing everything for the first time. But when they move into that second year, they're doing everything for the second time. So that support kind of, so the support reduces in a way from having conversations about how to do your job to into the teaching aspect. So the year 2 mentors would do 4 classroom visits, 1 for each quarter, where the focus is on classroom instruction and that reflection process. So with all that said, if you feel comfortable moving into May, there's just 1 week, just give me a thumbs up to let me know that you found your 4 square. And the last piece of information that I'm going to tell you before I send you on your way is that I have submitted all of your names for the $2,000 payment. I've submitted them to Betty Hall, and she will submit them to payroll. So my hope is that everyone will get their payment in your May payroll. Thank you for all the work you've done with your mentees. You've been an integral part of a new to professions, building a new to professions professional capacity in the school district. And I thank you so much for all your work. Good night, everyone.
Thank you for all your work, Michelle.
Oh, you're welcome. I enjoy it.
Yes, thank you, Michelle.
Good night. You're so welcome. Holly, let me drop the attendance.